I used to think silence was safety, until my father taught me how sharp it could be. He lifted his glass at my sister's wedding, voice echoing beneath the chandeliers, and said, "Some kids make you proud. Others just take up space." Laughter scattered across the room like broken glass. My mother didn't flinch. My sister smiled. And I sat there, every nerve burning, realizing I'd just been erased in front of everyone I grew up with, so I smiled back steady and said, "Good thing I just found my own place 2,000 miles away. You'll never have to see me take up space again." The laughter died before the echo did. I stood, left my champagne untouched, and walked out of their perfect picture. That was the night they toasted their control, and I started planning my escape. I didn't sleep after that. The hotel air smelled like lilies and cheap champagne, like the night clinging to me. My father's words kept replaying, his tone too calm, too practiced. My mother's perfect smile. I realized humiliation wasn't an accident in our family. It was tradition. When I got home, everything looked the same. The gray shutters, the manicured lawn, the kitchen light that never went off. But even the air felt owned. My father sat at the table behind his laptop, spreadsheets glowing against his glasses. "You made quite an exit," he said without looking up. His tone wasn't angry, it was clinical, like he was assessing damage to a property he still believed he owned. Mom didn't even turn around. "Your father's just worried. You embarrassed yourself, that's all." Embarrassed myself. That's how they rewrote it. My sister Kelsey texted a row of hearts from her honeymoon, pretending none of it happened. She'd always been good at selective memory. When she failed, it was stress. When I struggled, it was irresponsibility. The rules were simple. She was the heir, I was the lesson. For years I tried to earn my place. Straight A's, perfect manners, quiet compliance. But love in our house wasn't unconditional. It was transactional. My father used to say, "If you want love, earn it." At 16 I thought it was wisdom. At 27 I saw the cruelty tucked inside. The morning after I came back, I sat at the kitchen table with my laptop. Not for their approval, for my own freedom. I opened a new spreadsheet and named it Oxygen. Every line was a plan to leave. Every dollar I saved felt like a breath. 2 weeks passed before anyone mentioned the wedding. My family handled conflict by starving it of oxygen until it suffocated. In the group chat, Mom sent photos of Kelsey and her husband on the Amalfi Coast. Our bright girl living her dream. Everyone reacted with hearts. No one tagged me. It was like I'd been edited out of their story, so I played along. Smiled in texts. Pretended it didn't matter. But every time Mom sent a guilt-laced message, "Have you talked to your sister?" I sold something. My books. My old camera. Dresses I'd never wear again. Each sale went into the Oxygen account. Each click felt like air returning to my lungs. Then Dad called. His voice was gentle, the kind that sounded rehearsed. "Your mother says you've been distant." "I've been consistent," I said. "You just noticed." He sighed. "Don't be dramatic. Family's family." That line used to break me. Not anymore. That night I opened my folder labeled plans. Job listings from Portland, Denver, Flagstaff. Cities far enough to break the echo. Close enough to send postcards if I ever wanted to. A week later, my friend Lucas called. "How are you holding up?" "I'm fine," I lied. "Fine," he said, "is what people say when they've stopped hoping it gets better." He was right. I had stopped hoping, just not for the reason he thought. Then came the text from Mom. "Don't run away from family because of one bad night. Run away." That's what she called it. Not leaving. Not surviving. Just running. That was the moment I stopped negotiating. I opened the plans file, renamed it Exit, and booked a one-way flight to Portland. The confirmation email hit my inbox like a heartbeat. For the first time in years, I felt alive. A week before the flight, Kelsey called. Her voice was fragile. "He's been gone for days," she said, talking about her husband. "He says he needs space." She laughed bitterly. "Funny how men use your own words against you." I didn't want to get involved, but I recognized that tone, the sound of someone breaking politely. I went to her apartment. Boxes half-packed, wedding photo face down. She looked smaller than I remembered. "I can't go back there alone," she whispered. We packed in silence until she said, "You were right to leave." "It wasn't about being right," I said. "It was about breathing." That night Mom called. You helped your sister move? She asked without looking up from her phone. I did. Well, she said, she's coming home. Dinner's on Sunday. You'll be there. It wasn't a question. Sunday night I walked into the house. The table was set for 4, candles flickering like false peace. My father scrolling his phone, Kelsey stiff beside him, Mom smiling that dangerous calm. Dad spoke first. Your cousin says you've been applying out west. That's right, I said. I have an interview. Mom set down her wine. We're just worried you're running from something, Jana. Maybe I'm running toward something. He finally looked up, eyes cold. Don't turn this into another rebellion. Or maybe you've always been cruel, I said. The room froze. My mother's smile cracked. You don't mean that, she whispered. I do, I said quietly. You humiliated me in public and called it parenting. You raised me on contracts and called it love. You say family is forever, but you really mean obedience. Dad stood. Watch your tone. I laughed softly. That's all you care about, isn't it? Tone. Presentation. Control. He said. We gave you everything. No, I said. You sold me everything at interest. Even Kelsey looked at him then, and for once didn't flinch when he snapped. The hierarchy cracked. This isn't a dinner, I said. It's a performance. And I'm not playing anymore. Mom's voice trembled. You're making a mistake. Maybe, I said. But it'll be mine. I turned to leave. Don't walk away from this family, Dad said. That I looked back. You walked away first. You just did it slower. Outside the night was heavy. My phone buzzed. Mom's text. Come home. We can talk like adults. I deleted it. Back at my apartment the air felt still but breathable. The offer email from Portland glowed on my screen. Full-time. Benefits. We'd love to have you start next month. It was everything they said I didn't deserve, but I printed it, slid it into my folder labeled Next Chapter, right beside the bank account I'd closed that morning. Clean. Silent. Legal point. 2 days later Mom texted again. Dinner at 6. Kelsey's cooking lasagna. That was her tell. She never let anyone else cook. I knew it was a trap, so I backed up my files, left the flash drive in my purse and walked in ready. When Dad asked me to sit, I did. But I wasn't the one on trial anymore. That night, when I left their house for the last time, I didn't slam the door. Quiet exits hurt louder. Before dawn I packed. My favorite jeans, 2 shirts that felt like me, the folder, the drive. Everything else could stay. To the end of the driveway, I looked back once. The porch light flickered like a tired heartbeat. You wanted me gone, I whispered. Now you get your wish. The taxi came. The driver didn't ask questions. The city lights faded behind us and the airport smelled like coffee and floor polish, like beginnings. As the sun rose, Dad's text appeared. Don't make choices you can't undo. I typed back. Some mistakes are the only way out, then deleted it. When the plane lifted through the clouds, I thought of his words again. Some kids make you proud. Others just take up space. I smiled. Then watch me take all the space I need. Portland greeted me with rain and cedar. The apartment was small, cracked at the edges, but it was mine. No rules taped to the fridge. No silence disguised as love. My first night there, I unpacked slowly. Every folded shirt whispered, I'm here. I'm free.